friends, just a quickie. We do live in some insane times, and I had an insane thought today. So you know how like Princess Diana may not have actually died in that crash, and therefore her whole funeral was a staged event, but that she got to attend or have a practice run or a dry run of that event with the funeral of Gianni Versace, which was almost identical, same place, and so on. And all her friends would have been brought together for that funeral. So perhaps it was an opportunity for her to say goodbye. I hope that's not too extreme. But this other thought came to me today, which was just we live in so strange times that anything is possible. And this recent COVID, coronavirus, or whatever it is, with Donald Trump going into hospital, with Donald Trump getting coronavirus. There's a myriad, theories one could have about what was the engineering behind that move, and I've certainly considered some of them. But this one came to me today, and that is that what they were doing was a trial run for a situation where the Vice President, Mike Pence, needs to be sworn into office and take the reins. So I guess we're saying, the Simpsons pre-programming of a presidential assassination, and the actor Donald Trump leaves the stage in a box. I don't hope for any of these strange things to happen, but we live in times where the government is threatening to fine people and punish people for simply wanting to have a fresh breath. They've got people so twisted they think that the air is poisonous. I believe they've banned walking in public, walking the dog in New Zealand, going for a walk for a little bit of exercise. I haven't had that confirmed, but it comes as a little surprise. This is the way it's going. So that's that. I just want to keep it really quick and short and what have you, and say that. Get it out there, say it. There was another example of this. People could look at Jade Helm, that operation they did as a way of terrain mapping for societal control. As planning for these events, but so much has been designed long in advance. And if our cities are to become ghost towns because the businesses that once gave them life have died or have moved to working from home, then those buildings will become residential apartments of sorts for people, perhaps people who are deemed whatever, but it reminds me of a conversation I had with a senior housing officer when I was working for Westminster City Council back in the 90s, where he said to me, he came back from a high-level meeting, he said, you know what, in 20 years they're going to make these into all these office blocks. I was working in Victoria Street, just outside Buckingham Palace, Westminster. They're going to make these eventually. They reckon these will be residential buildings. And when you look at the new buildings in Victoria Street now, there are all of those kind of high rises that have like a little shared uh, terrace in downstairs with some coffee shops, bars, and supermarkets, small supermarket, and that kind of thing. And I think these are the sort of bubbles that they're going to get the worker bees to do their work from home. You can live in what was once your office, and everything you need is within a few hundred yards of where you live and work. The ideal situation, low carbon footprint, all that sort of nonsense. Lots of flying insects around here. Anyway, I'll keep it short and say I hope you're well. And these are the craziest of times. There are magical things happening, but also it is calling out our kind of darker side. It is bringing to the surface so many challenges. I think that's why people's businesses and their livelihoods and their lifestyles and so on have been interrupted, so as to help bring about that passage, painful or otherwise. Andrea and I have said we really need to get together and do a live together, just throw some ideas around, less crazy than Donald Trump. Assassination plan was a preparation event, was the 2 days that he was supposedly at death's door until he got a magical pill from a powerful friend. Anyway, we're going to do a live in the next few days. I'll try and give people some kind of advance notice of that. Today is Wednesday, I believe. So perhaps Friday, like in the evening or something, when more people are home. I know that's probably prime time for maybe some of the other things like journalism. Anyway, we'll work it out. It'd be nice to have a chat with some of you guys and check your well. There's a number of people that I think about who, you wonder how it's going for these folks. I know that we are in a sea of souls who are caught up in the current of corona and everything else. People without their true senses. To use the term senseless is not unkind. It's just how we become when we no longer trust anything that we see and sense. We take it all from authority. In better news, my garden, I planted about 150 cauliflower and broccoli. Seedlings I planted out 2 or 3 days ago. We had a major rain floodage yesterday, and my garden's in great shape. They're doing really well. And I dug out some of the sweet potatoes today, and they are monsters. I'll put a video up sometime of my sweet potato haul. They are huge. One of them was the size of Alexander's head. He was battling to carry some of the biggest ones. I'll show you a video. Take care.